And now we are joined by Patrik Pietilä, who faces Usman Nurmagomedov at Bellator 269 this Saturday, October 23rd in Moscow, Russia. Patrik, it's been just over 2 years since you last fought. It's one day away from fight week. How is life treating you right now?
It's good, man. I'm really excited to get the fight finally, because for me 2 years is a long time, because I've used to fight like at least 3 times in 1 year. So now like 2 years without fight, it's been bad, man. But I'm really happy and excited to get finally the fight, and it's the big one. So what better way to come back with?
And I say it's been 2 years since you last fought. Can you just talk to us about the reasoning behind that? Why have you been away for 2 years?
First of COVID, of course. The events didn't pull up, and after they started doing events, this was like the first real offer that I got, actually. So there was some small offers, but this one was the one we picked.
And were you surprised at all when you heard the name Usman Nurmagomedov would be the guy you were coming to return against?
Yeah, man. It was like it was a huge name for me, because after the loss in the last fight, I would never imagine that I will get the fight against like ranked 6th or something like that. So it's great opportunity for me.
And are you in Finland right now? Where are you situated in terms of where are you in the world right now?
Yeah, I'm in Finland now, and we are flying tomorrow in Moscow. So
there's no visa issues. Everything,
everything has been done, but a lot of paperwork, I must say, like a lot of stuff because of COVID, and of course traveling in Russia. Yeah, there is a lot of paperwork, but everything is done now, and I'm ready to go with my corner.
And as we said, 2 years since your last fought, how frustrating has it been not being able to kind of avenge your loss in your Bellator debut and get that first win in Bellator?
Yeah, of course, like the last fight I fought, I still feel like I won the first 2 rounds, but now it's time to show them that what I'm about and just make more in the fight. So if the fight goes to the decision, I will get the decision this time.
And what exactly did you kind of learn from that fight, from your Bellator debut, that you can take into this fight with confidence that you are a better fighter?
Yeah, the most important thing is maybe that I just need to push myself more and do more. Like after the first 2 rounds, John Cavahan told him that you need to win this you need to finish him to win the fight. So I felt like I won the first 2 rounds, so I wasn't really pushing myself in the last round, because I was just like, well, I won the first 2 rounds and I need to just survive. So that was a huge mistake I made. And of course he was a really talented Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy, so it was hard to get off from the bottom at the fight in the last round. So I need to just push myself more in the situations where the fight seems to go on my way.
And do you feel like coming on to Saturday, since it's been 2 years since you last fought, you will suffer with any kind of ring rust in there in terms of getting up to speed with fighting in an arena?
I don't feel that I got a ring rust. I've been like sparring a lot with the good guys like Makwan Amirkhani, who fight in the UFC, and with Anton Kuivanen, who fought in the UFC. They both have been fighting, so I've been training with them, and so I get all the pressure all the time in the sparring, and they're trying to get the victory over me in every training. So I feel like it's just normal day at the office.
And you talk about training with Amirkhani, one of the biggest stars in terms of Finnish MMA. Do you feel like yourself, you need to kind of make a name for yourself in Bellator so you can grow Finnish MMA in that sense? Because if you look at Europe in terms of a sense, all the countries right now are kind of increasing in MMA and stars in MMA. Do you feel like you're kind of the star for Finland? Do you want to be that for Finland? Do you want to be the one that kind of brings Finnish MMA to the top?
Well, yeah, of course, I would love to be the guy that people look up to, but for myself, it would be like I do it for myself, the fighting and like the MMA. So I would love to get to contract with a Bellator. So it would be really nice for me. I would love to fight in the Bellator. Like even rest of my career, I wouldn't care because Bellator is really huge and big organization. So it would be really nice to get contract.
So is this a fight basically for you to earn your contract if you don't have it already? Is you know you
Yeah.
and this
I'll try to show them that I'm like the one really good guy that they should sign in the list. So.
And obviously they've given you possibly the toughest return in Usman Nurmagomedov. You know, you look at him, one of the biggest stars in MMA right now. What do you make of him? Do you kind of believe in the hype behind him, or do you feel like he hasn't really faced anyone like you yet?
Well, yeah, he's young. He's like I think 9 or 10 years younger than me. I think he's really hungry. He's fighting in his hometown. He's really talented. But I will do all that I can to get the victory over him. Man, I'm not giving any inch that he can use or anything. I will push him and I'll do everything that I will get the victory, man. I'm so hungry. But like 2 years resting, and now I get back and in a huge event. So man, I just want that win so badly.
And have you watched much tape of him? Have you seen his last fight at Bellator 263? And if so, how confident are you in ending his hype train?
I've seen his fights, yeah, but I felt the guys he has fought in Bellator, they are not on my level. Like I think that they will look through to me as one of the easy fights. But when I get there, he won't think about that anymore. I will push him really hard.
And obviously, you're fighting on the main card. A really exciting prospect for you. You know, you have the potential to steal the show in a sense.
Yeah.
Does that excite you as well as extra motivation fighting on the main card?
Yeah, man, it's great. Like going in enemy territory, like, and it's just hypes me up a lot. It's great. It's really great.
Yeah, so you're fighting in his backyard, basically in Moscow.
Yeah.
I believe there will be fans in attendance. Does it scare you at all, like that all the fans, everyone in that place is going to be against you, really?
Not really like scared. I've been there before when I fought David Bjelkheden in Sweden, because that was pretty crazy too. Everyone was cheering for him, but I got the victory over there, so I'm gonna planning to do the same thing in Russia.
And with you facing Usman Nurmagomedov, it's fair to say that you'll be a big underdog, looking at how he's been and your record compares to his. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like people are going to be underestimating you? And are you telling your friends, put money on me because I'm going to shock the world and you're going to make a lot of money?
Yeah, I think they will look at like they just think that this one is a victory and let's get this victory and move on. But they don't know I'm so ready, man. I got good, even though it was short notice, but it was good training camp for me, and I always stay fit. So if I get short notice, I'm able to make the weight. So they will see. I will give a good fight for him, and I will get the W.
And you talk about this being short notice. Is that why this fight is at catchweight at 160? And was this kind of a dual? You know, you both agreed to catchweight, or was it kind of your preference or Usman's preference for it to be a catchweight?
I don't know who offered it, but they offered me the weight, and I said, oh, yeah, because I could make down the 155 too, but it's better like this way. So all the traveling and stuff like that, it's not that bad then.
And are you used to this kind of traveling and cutting weight, or as you used to fighting in Finland? How is that situation for you?
Well, last time I fought in Dublin and before that in Sweden. So I've been get used to travel and cut weight. So it's pretty easy for me. And I don't eat myself like too overweight when I'm on off season. So the weight cut is not really a problem for me. And traveling, it's either, yeah, I get used to it. So.
And why do you believe personally that Usman should be frightened of you in terms of what do you have to offer that he hasn't faced yet in previous opponents?
I'm like bigger, faster, and more talented than they like opponents before. Because the guys he has fought, they have been smaller than him, and like that doesn't have the reach advantage and stuff like that. And it seems that I'm a longer and more reachable this time, so I think he will be surprised about that one.
And where do you believe like he as a fighter is strongest? Because compared to his cousin Khabib, he's more of a striker really, and he's more on his feet. And do you believe his manager previously said that he is a better version of Khabib? Do you believe that personally, or do you just think it's a bit of a hype behind him at the moment?
I think it's the hype. I think he's a good wrestler, of course, but so am I. And I think he's best in his stand-up. Like he's fast with his hands and fast with his kicks. So if I just stand in front of him, he will just outbox and kick me. It's not a surprise. So I need to push him a lot. So he will need to lean back and I can hit my own strikes in. So I need to just keep pushing him all the time.
Are you looking to test him in every area? Are you looking to wrestle with him and also strike with him on his feet as well?
Well, of course, every fight starts from the feet. So let's see where it goes. I'm planning to strike and try to outbox him. But if I need to wrestle, then I wrestle. I don't really matter where the fight goes. I'm prepared in all aspects.
And obviously, if you do get the victory, it will be one of the biggest upsets in Bellator history. What would that mean to you to pull off the upset and, get all of his shine in a way?
Yeah, it will mean a lot because everyone think I'm just like easy win, and Usman will beat me and move on. And I'm seeing the Twitter why they bring this guy and why they don't give real fight for Usman and stuff like that. So yeah, and I'm so ready to prove them all wrong. And so that I belong in Bellator, that I'm not just one fighter that comes and goes. I'm I want to show them all that I belong in Bellator.
And do you have a message for your fans in terms of before this fight, to get their confidence behind you and get their backing?
Well, not anything special. I just want to give them a good fight. And the people who have watched my fights, they will know that I will bring always everything in there and I give all what I got. So it's going to be a great fight.
So how will this fight go on Saturday? How are you planning to end the hype train? And how do you personally see this going? Or do you not know how it's going to go yet?
Well, he's a great fighter, so I'm not planning that I will submit and KO him in the first round. He come there as a prepared fighter, as a real pro. So I think I'm gonna push him full time and get the decision win. I just need to push him all the time. And if I get the time, if I get the opportunity to finish him, of course I take a choke or knock him out, but I think he's so professional, he won't give any easy opportunities. So I just need to work more than him and push him all the time.
Well, thank you very much for your time. All the best on Saturday, and I'm sure you will surprise a lot of people, whatever happens.
Yeah, thank you a lot.